Hi guys, it's me Danielle Danny Buttons and I'm back today with another tag video. I'm sorry that this is 2 tags in a row, but I'm just so excited to do this that I really couldn't wait, okay? So hopefully you guys don't mind, but at least this one is like a color and chat and tag kind of tag, so should be fun to watch. This was created by Kirsty from Kirsty Color and Sketch. You'll see why I struggle to say that at the end. I'll let you know, but Kirsty Color and Sketch. Apparently it's been around for a few weeks and I hadn't seen anyone do any videos until like yesterday, and then I saw all of them, but they were all like a few weeks old, so I don't understand what happened. I think it was because of my slump. But anyway, I've seen it. I was gonna do it anyway, and then now Jamie tagged me from Jamie's Coloring Love, and she got in just in the nick of time for me to see hers too. So I'm gonna tag Kirsty down below and Jamie down below, and hey, I'll just tag my people right now. So it was really hard to find people that haven't done this. And I also wanted to tag different people from yesterday's tag because that's too many people that I mean, that's, whew, I always film at night and then I always sound like this and it's a mess. I didn't want to tag the same people because I want to spread the love. But if I tagged you last time and you want to do this too, feel free. If I don't tag you, feel free. This is for anybody now that it's out there. So I am going to tag though Christy from Crafting with Christy, and that's why I got confused with the Kirsty thing. So hopefully I have put them in the right spots. I also would like to tag Aubrey from Thunder Junkie. I don't know if she's been tagged, but she didn't make her video yet, so I still think it counts. And I want to tag Misty from Country Gals Coloring Place. And I definitely had to look up your channel name, Misty, because I never get those words right. But I wrote them down. I'm going to have everyone linked down below. So check out those channels, and hopefully there will be this tag there soon. But whew, all of that to say, I'm going to be coloring in World of Mice, Stained Glass Color by Number by Sun Life Drawing, and I decided to do this because it's an easier thing to color while we're talking, and also there is a Halloween-y page in here that I don't want to not do. So that's what we're going to do. And yes, I'm using, these are Staedtler dual tip pens. The 320s apparently, I think, right? They all say that. Yep. And I've had mixed feelings about these. This was from my original set, which was a 36 set that I ended up taking out these 22, and I now use them for Sun Life and Belba books because Sun Life and Belba both use 22 colors. I don't think the order is the same, but it works out 98% of the time that these will work for both. I then eventually got the 72 set, and I also love that, and I use that in my Disney books all the time. And then I got the 130 set or whatever the heck, and that one I had a lot of problems with. They were leaking, but I still love the colors, so I may repurchase those in the future. That was, again, a whole long preamble. I apologize. Also, I'm not even sure if I said what this tag was. This is the Would You Rather tag, and it's a cool one. I'm really looking forward to it. But basically, it is like 22 questions and a bonus of Would You Rather coloring edition. So, we've made it. Let's just pick one color to start. I'm going to start right in the middle with the pumpkin. I think that will be the most fun to watch. So yeah, these are dual tipped. So this is like a thicker, like super tip length tip size. And then this is like a fine liner. I don't know if you saw that. I'm not a booty guru. So, whew. So this is 10. And see, I just put some washi tape on them, and I just drew the numbers right on the washi tape, which I recommend that because if I ever don't want to do this anymore, I can just peel that right off. And I don't know about anyone else, but I have a huge collection of washi tape, so I can afford to use some for other things. Whew. Now on to the questions. If only I was coloring through all of that too, then we would have actually made some progress. But instead, I just gabbed away. Gab, gab, gab. I might also, okay, I'm coloring now, but I think I'm also going to make a few more little announcements. Announcement 1 is I'm definitely going to have a different video for you on Friday because I'm actually got sent books to review, and I'm really excited. And I think you guys will be excited too. They look like they're fun books. I just got them today, and I'm going to color some pages in them and then review them on Friday. And I guess thing number 2 is that I think my groove has returned to me. Hopefully you can hear it in my videos, besides like my nighttime voice a little bit, but I'm much more excited than I had been in the beginning of October. And I've actually been doing coloring. If you did not see my live, I have moved back into the office with my husband, and now that he's done with training, he can, like, I can be in there and he's not distracted. I just have to wear headphones, which is totally fine, and he kicks me out. I don't want to say it like that. In a funny way. I leave when he ends up going on calls, because obviously that makes sense. I don't need to be here when he's on calls. So, that being said, I am back in the game. I've been coloring more. I've been excited to color, and I'm so glad, because once November gets here and Buddy Colorathon starts, I'm gonna have to be moving it. And that segues perfectly into the last thing that I want to talk about before I get into these darn questions, which is a Buddy Colorathon. I put up the poll to say that Jade Summer seems to have discontinued Chibi Girls Grayscale, and it is true that it is gone for right now. I have been talking to Jade Summer, and apparently they plan on re-releasing the book sometime this calendar year as a 4-pack. I'm not exactly sure what else is going to be in it, but that is their plan. So it will be back, and it seems as if enough of you have it that you don't mind doing that page. And of course there's 3 other weeks, so if you can't do that one, hopefully you will be able to do one of the other 3. Or someone recommended or suggested in the comments that I just give you a color palette idea for that too, and I think that would be great as an option. So I'm very excited for that. We're gonna keep Chibi Girls and go from there. And I also want to make sure that a whole bunch of people have left their Instagrams under that post. I'll link that video up above. So if you would like to start buddy coloring before November, make sure you're checking out that post and messaging people. So don't be afraid. If they put their name there, that means they want to do it. So that is all of that. I am so sorry. That was a 7-minute intro. Nobody's going to watch this video. Oy. But let me get right into these questions now. Question number 1 is, would you rather color in the same coloring book for the rest of your life or use the same medium for the rest of your life? This has seemed to be very difficult for a lot of people. And I'm wondering, like, the same coloring book, so if it was this book and then I finished it, would I just get another copy of this? Like, would I always have something to color? Would this somehow be infinite number of pages? Or is it like, it's over once it's over? You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm probably going to pick the same medium forever. Why not? I think I would be sad because it is fun to mess around. But I'm wondering, like, can I still paint in other ways? You know what I mean? Like, I paint shirts, I paint stuff. Does that count as coloring anymore? I don't think so. So I think I could still use other mediums in other ways. I do a lot of journaling, and I can use my glitter gel pens in there. So I think I would be able to use maybe markers for the rest of my life. Is it one brand of markers? I mean, I only use one brand anyway. I'm a Cali Art girl for now. So I probably would pick that. And oh my goodness, that was another like 2 minutes. So this is going to be an interesting video. But yes, number 2. Would you rather color a page full of leaves or color a wallpaper style page? This one was hard. I've been seeing a lot of mixed answers on this one too. I think I would like to color a wallpaper page because I hate coloring the same color for a long time, and I usually only do it in videos. Like, if I wasn't filming this, I probably would have 3 different colors out right now, and I'd be switching back and forth. So I feel like if it was leaves, of course you could color leaves in bunches of colors, but I don't know if I would. So I feel like if it was wallpaper, I could skip around and do whatever I want, and hopefully I enjoy the wallpaper. Like, that would be nice. I don't necessarily mind coloring leaves, but I kind of do. The bigger the leaf, the less I mind coloring it. So it all depends. But I would pick a wallpaper for this question. Number 3 is, would you rather color skin or fur? So I have never attempted to color realistic fur, and I do attempt to color realistic skin. I'm not great at it yet, but I think I've been learning, especially since I first started. So I think I would pick skin, and I would like to continue to learn, but I think skin, because fur I'll just color solid and whatever happens. Whatever happens. I don't know if I said that right. But number 4, would you rather color a double page spread in a Kerby Rosanes book or a double page spread in a Klara Markova book? Also, I think my watch is going to die. We'll see if it makes it to the end of this video. But I have one Klara Markova book, but I have not yet attempted a double page spread. And I have a few Kerby books, and I've almost finished one of the whole books. So I've done his before in double page, and I think I would pick his again. And I actually really like Jamie's answer, which was his books are much easier to get. Like, they're always in Michael's, they're in bookstores, they're everywhere, and they're relatively / comparatively affordable. So I think it makes sense to try his. So if you mess up and hate it so bad that you need to buy a whole new book, it's easy to do that. Because I know for us in the US, getting a Klara Markova book, you have to deal with shipping and obviously then the price of the book. So it turns out to be a pretty penny. So number 5. I'm just reading it off of Jamie's video, like the prompts are in her description. Number 5. Would you rather color grayscale or linear? So I think it's hard because this one doesn't say like for the rest of your life. If I had to pick like right now, I guess I would probably pick a chibi girl, and that would be in grayscale. But I think overall linear, because you can really, there's just more available in linear, so you'll have more choices. But also, you can really do whatever you want. Like, you obviously can still straight color and not worry about it. Or you can shade, or you can just go crazy with it, and it's up to you. And I feel like with grayscale, you can still do what you want, but there is the shading already there, so it helps direct you if you don't know what you want. So I do love grayscale. I've also not really tried too much grayscale. Like, my favorite grayscale is Jade Summers grayscale, and I only have the one book of that. So I do have a Christine Karron book, and I have a few more. I don't know. Maybe one more. Jamie just got me a book by, now I can't remember his name. She got me a cute teddy bear book. Like, that's the name of it. And I'm really excited to try it, but that's a different grayscale that I've never really worked with before. So I'm also very afraid of it. So linear. I'm so chatty. Hopefully this is okay. All right, next question. Oh my goodness, this is funny. Would you rather color a page by Mystic Art Mirrors or by Christine Karron? So I just told you I have a Christine Karron book, so I'm going to have to say her. I actually have that book on my cart for the month too. If you don't know, I switch out the books on my cart to like make myself, not make, but to strongly recommend those books to myself. So I have one of hers on there. I have never colored Mystic Art Mirrors, and to be honest, her style kind of freaks me out. So I'm really particular about my people, and a lot of people freak me out. So yes, but I've seen other people do really cool stuff. Number 7, would you rather color in silent or with background noise? I want to say background noise. I hate silence. I'm afraid of everything. Some of you know this. And I'm never in silence. So when I'm filming and I am in silence, it's kind of weird. But luckily, like, Sam's home, Noodle's home, everybody's home. So it's not scary, but it's weird. So I might have to, like, find some free-to-play music or whatever it's called and do that for myself. But no. I like sound. I don't like being in the quiet. So next question is, would you rather color with a mix of medias and brands or stick to one medium and brand? This is hard too. I guess a mix, because again, I'm assuming that this means like, not, if it's like today sitting down this one page, I obviously don't mind sticking with the one brand, but if it was like for the duration of coloring, I suppose a mix is useful. But I've been mentioning recently, in fact, in my last tag, that once I find a brand, no, that's not how you say it. Once I find a type of media, I stick to that brand. So I only have Prismacolor pencils because I don't need more color pencils. I have some. So it's a weird question for me. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Let's try. We're just going to go to the next one. I would do a mix though, so I can do glitter gel pen because glitter makes everything better. Next, would you rather use a white gel pen or a white posca pen? So I have a white posca pen and I have not successfully used it yet. I don't know if I personally got a dud or what's going on, but mine is always incredibly watery, and I shake, and I'll like test it on the side first to make sure if any like build up in the tip, or I don't know, but I just get a watery mess and it doesn't really cover like I'm expecting it to, and I'm very sad about it. So I might try it again one day, but for now I would have to say a white gel pen. And to be honest, I'm not always very successful with a white gel pen either, but at least I know how they work, so I got it more under control. Next up, I'm going to scroll now so that when it's time, because they don't all fit on the page. Would you rather color in the morning or color at night? Now, I'm filming this at 10:35 p.m. So I think that answers it for you. I am a night owl. I would much rather color at night. I just love nighttime. I don't know. We tend to go to sleep between, we'll like try to go to sleep, but it doesn't work. So we are awake until anytime between 1 and 2 a.m. I want to say every night. So it's always funny because people will message me in the morning, like when they're getting up for work or whatever, and I don't answer because I'm still very much asleep. But Samuel doesn't have to get to work until 10 a.m., so we've just kind of worked our schedule around that. So it works for us. But I am a night person. And obviously, once you're getting into that late at night, there's not much else to do, which is fine with me because I want to color, but it's not like I could be vacuuming right now because it's nighttime. So next up, would you rather color a page using a YouTube tutorial or color a page using a tutorial book? For example, the Color Special Effects book by Helen Elliston. I have never tried to color with a print book. Like, I've never tried to follow a tutorial that way. So I guess I would say YouTube. When I'm learning things, I like rewind a lot and I very much want to go slowly. So I think YouTube would be really good to see it actually getting done and to be able to quickly repeat it over and over again. Because like if you're watching or if you're reading it in a book, you can't, it's just there. So you can of course reread it, but it's not like you're going to get a better angle or a better anything. So probably YouTube tutorial, but I don't really look for tutorials or anything. I mostly straight color, so I have not needed to learn too much, or I don't know. I'm just very intimidated by those of you who are like out of this world talented. So I just learn at my own pace, which is very slow. Okay, 1 second. Let's switch markers. Number 8. Okay. Would you rather color food or glass? I would rather color food, I guess. I'm realizing that I don't really color much food, so maybe I'm wrong. But glass, I don't know how you guys do it, where you can like see through the glass. If I color glass, I just color it light blue and I don't put anything behind it. Or I'll do like whatever I want up into the line that you can see and then light blue at the top. So if I'm wanting something to look nice, I would probably attempt food. So there's that. Next, would you rather color in a Jasmine Beckett Griffith book or a Jade Summer book? So I am also not a huge fan of Jasmine Beckett Griffith's style. Her girls also freak me out. So I would color in Jade Summer. And luckily Jade Summer has so many choices that I can pick something that I like. But yeah, I don't know. It's the eyes on all these girls. I don't like them. I don't trust them. I do think her art's beautiful, but not for me to color. And I know she does a lot of Disney stuff, and I think that's super cool. And I wish that they would let her do a Disney coloring book. I probably would buy that and see how that went. But for now, Jade Summer. Next is, would you rather color a color by number or a mandala? I'm coloring color by number right now. I think the answer is color by number. And there are color by number mandalas, so that could be the best of both worlds. But I love having the colors picked for me. I recently, well, it's been over a year now, but recently in the whole scheme of my coloring journey, started to enjoy mandalas because of Camelia Angelkova's books. I never liked them at all before, and then I found her stuff and I started to like them. But I still love color by number because I love having the picture picked for me. I mean, the colors picked for me. And then that way, like, if this ends up looking silly, I can just be like, well, I didn't pick it. Or if it ends up looking great, I'll be like, oh man, I did that, you know? So, and also for color by numbers, just in general, you don't have to follow them precisely if you don't want to. So, you're not really as restricted as some people think. I do also know that a lot of people are frustrated that you can usually still see the numbers when you're done, but it doesn't bother me because process over result is my motto. So I just enjoy the process. And if you're not looking for it, I feel like you can't really tell, but maybe that's just me. Next, would you rather use watercolor forever or alcohol markers forever? This is so hard, and I've heard good arguments for both sides, I guess I shall say. And I don't know what I'm going to pick. I originally very much assumed I would pick alcohol markers, but I'm thinking about it and I'm wondering if watercolor is literally like pans of watercolor, like solid pans, or if watercolor is any water medium, like our Neocolor 2's watercolor, our Inktense watercolor. Huh? I don't know. So I think I will still go with watercolor, but I'm very nervous about it. And I saw somebody, and now I can't remember, but I think it was Lavella, who said that watercolor would work on double page spreads. And I was like, or double-sided spreads. And I was like, oh, you're right. So that makes sense to me. So there we go. 1 second. Okay. Next up is, would you rather color a Christmas page in June or an Easter page in December? I would rather color Christmas pages all year round, and I think I might try to do that next year. We will see how many Christmas books I end up buying this year. But I love Christmas. It's funny because I was thinking about it, and I don't necessarily love the day of Christmas because that's kind of like the day it's all over, if that makes any sense. Obviously, like, especially in recent years, I'll put this nicely. In recent years, I've had a great time with family and doing activities on Christmas. Who knows what this year's going to look like? We won't say anything about that. But Christmas Day itself isn't always as magical as I would like it to be. But the lead up, I just love it so much. Like, I love Christmas music. I love wrapping paper. I love it. I love all the motifs. I love everything. So I would love to color Christmas all year round. And again, I might make that a challenge for myself. I'm trying to think of fun challenges overall for next year, and we're going to see. That might be one of them. But I personally also don't really celebrate Easter. We definitely don't celebrate the religious aspects of it. And without really knowing any children, it's kind of weird to celebrate the non-religious aspects. Like, the Easter Bunny doesn't need to visit me because there are no children here. So I'm not really one for coloring Easter pages at all. So definitely Christmas. Next up is, would you rather color on Createspace paper or tan colored paper? I almost just mixed two questions. I have, again, never tried tan paper, and I really would love to try it. I think pages come out so beautiful on tan paper. So I am debating trying that one day, but for now I'm gonna have to say Createspace / Amazon Paper because that is what I have used, so I don't want to make claims to something I've never tried, but I would love to try it. What should I do next? I finished this leaf. 5 and 12. What a weird set of colors. Sorry that I'm distracted. 4s, maybe some 4s. Brown. Also, I'm losing my voice. Cool, cool, cool. Are you 4? Yes. Whew. Next up is Would You Rather. We're getting there. We're on 18 out of 23. Would you rather color with Prisma, Premiere pencils, or Arteza color pencils? This ends up being another easy one. I only have Prismacolor pencils, so I would rather color with those. I see a lot of people do have Arteza, but I'm very new to Arteza and only have the Ink Onyx by them. So I am enjoying those though. But at least for the foreseeable future, I don't think I will be obtaining those the Arteza pencils because I'm good with what I got. So Prismacolor. I do enjoy my Prismacolor a lot. I think especially because at this point I've gotten pretty used to what all the colors are. Like I know what the shades are based on the names, and I'm getting a little bit better at shading with them and knowing what works well and things like that. So Prismacolors. Next, would you rather color a background first or the main image first? I very frequently color the background first. I basically color the biggest thing first. So if that is the foreground, then I'll color that. But I like coloring the background first. One, because sometimes, it depends what you're using, but like if I'm using pastels, it could get a little sloppy, but then once you color the foreground, it fixes itself. And also if the, if it's like a busier page, a lot of the times coloring the background will kind of help focus whatever else is there, because then you can see everything else a little bit better. So I do like the backgrounds first. Next, would you rather use Neocolor 2 or Derwent Inktense? I actually have both of these. This is the first question I think that I've had both, so that makes it more difficult. But this was also really hard, but I think I am going with the Neocolors. I definitely have to use my Inktense soon. One, because people keep requesting videos and I haven't done it. What's wrong with me? But two, because they are definitely a lot of fun. But for me, they are all so bold and so intense that it's almost too intense at times. And I want to be able to use other colors. Dark green, that's not what I was expecting. Hold on. I don't see a dark green. Are you dark green? Okay, sorry. Whew, got nervous. Okay. Yeah, I want to be able to use those. But Neocolors are so beautiful and so pastel, and I haven't used them as much as some other people. Like, they're still relatively new to me. I think I got them last Christmas. So should they be new to me? No. Are they? Yeah, kind of. But I really love what you can do with them. And I just feel fancy using them, if I'm honest with you. Next, would you rather rip a page out of a book that has gone wrong or persevere and rescue the page? I have never ripped a page out of a book. That is not for me. I do not want to do that. I also don't usually persevere. If I really don't like it, I'll just abandon it, to be honest with you. Or a lot of the times, if I'm not done, I'm judging it too soon. You know what I mean? Like, there's very rarely... I guess so I do persevere because I'm like, oh, I don't really like this. But then once I'm finished, I'm like, okay, we saved it. But obviously, or honestly, you don't need to like every page you do. It's really hard to like every page you do. What, are you going to one-up yourself every single time? That sounds tiring. So if I don't like a page, it's fine. I just go on to the next one. But I don't think I would rip one out. If it ever was so terrible, I would probably just cover it with something else or like glue 2 pages together or something. But I would not like to rip things out. It's so hard though, because again, like if it's perforated, then maybe I would. Like if it's single-sided and perforated, why not? But if you're talking about like fancy books, then no. Like I think saying ripping makes me think it's a fancy book. So then I would not rip it out. Next, And kind of the final one is, would you rather color in a hardback or a softback book? I would rather color in a softback book because most of my hardback books are fancy and they scare me. So I like these softback books. Like a lot of these Amazon books, even though the paper isn't the best, this was like $5, so it's fine. I'm getting more than my use out of it, and I'm not a professional, and my page isn't going to look professional, so let's just have fun in this cheap book. So that is my answer for that. And the final question, the bonus, which is the difficult question, is who is your favorite artist? And I think I will have to go with Hannah because I have every one of her books, except the best of, I'll be honest, but I didn't get that one because I have all the other ones. So I was like, why do I need that one? So I have every one of her books. I just like, she's an auto-buy artist for me that like the day her book comes out, I add that to cart. So thankfully she didn't come out with anything during my no spend because I would have broken it for that. But I just love her stuff, and I just love how my work ends up looking when I'm done. However her style is, it makes me make better choices or something. I don't know. So probably Hannah. So phew, we did pretty good on the pumpkin. We made a lot of progress, and that was just about 30 minutes, which is my favorite length of video. So again, let me run through all these names. Created by Kirsty Color and Sketch, link down below. I was tagged by Jamie's Coloring Love, link down below. And I am tagging Christy from Crafting, oh my God, I knew I would mess it up somewhere. Christy from Crafting with Christy, Aubrey from Thunder Junkie, and Misty from Country Gals Coloring Place, all linked down below. So, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, let's say Vine. I was going to say mouse, but I think we said that already, and I feel like pumpkin is too obvious. So let's say Vine, and thank you so much for sticking around and watching this whole thing. Remember that you can do this tag if you want to, and if you do and you want me to watch it, let me know, and I will watch it. So, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I'm a fun time, and I will see you again in 2 days with something different, I swear. So, bye guys!